Got it. Okay.
Well, we are all here, so why don't we get started?
Sounds good.
Who would like to recap us?
Okay, I have some notes on what we did last session. I was blanking for a second, but yeah, we we needed to make camp as night was approaching. We had the option of the Mirkwood side or the Plains side. The Mirkwood having a lot more foraging, pretty bad visibility. The Plains side not really having a lot over there and long, but did have long lines of sight and such. And we had determined that going down the river at night would be very dangerous. So we ended up going over to the Mirkwood side because that's where all the supplies were, setting up over there. Mox got an extreme success on his stargazing to let us know that he saw a major conflict involving a large number of people in our soon in our future, and specifically that we dwarves would be crossing our paths and that they would have some kind of conflict with Silas. We woke up to find one of our boats gone and some tracks nearby, dog tracks. We assume it was one of the Bjornlings. So Silas and Melrain booked it out of there in our remaining boat, retrieved the other boat, had some definite, signs of a dog being in there, but brought it back without too much hassle. And then we set off on our way down the river. The biggest thing we ran into on the river was just various boats full of people that looked unusual to us. They were clearly not from around here. They had kind of a darker skin tone. They spoke a language none of us could speak. Um, we were able to somewhat communicate with them. The first one, notwithstanding. The first one, I believe, I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone horribly insulted them by accident.
That was me. It was me.
Um, Ah, Drifter, in his
I did
attempt to
that.
communicate with them, horribly insulted them, and I believe we were spat upon and sent on our way. But we had better luck with the rest of them. There was like an extended skill challenge. We got a little bit of information. They were coming from somewhere south, like on the southwest edge of the Sea of Rune. There's a conflict going on. The wizards that we are searching are a part of that conflict. Um, and peaceful resolution seems quite difficult. We had done some inquiries into like what would it take to peacefully resolve it, and that all the answers seemed pretty unlikely. But we are on our way down the river to go hopefully meet up with those wizards. And that was where we left off.
And I believe as you guys were camping, you heard a screeching sound that Drifter identified as a
Yes.
ring wraith
Yeah. Yeah. We heard one of the Nazgul flying
on
around
its fell
overhead.
beast.
Yeah.
Somewhere off in the distance. It wasn't especially close,
Yeah.
but closer than we would like it to be.
Yep. Cool. So we're gonna start. Silas, go ahead and give a power check.
Oh, right. Yep. Woo. Okay. We're good. It's fine. I nailed my 90 pow on the nose.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Glad I have a good PAL score.
Yeah,
I'll
no
just say
kidding.
that. Oh boy, I saw that 9 come up. I'm like, oh please.
Oh man. Great. So you guys are on the Selduin, the river running. You pack up the next day, continue on down towards the east, where you're hoping to gather a host to you to attack Mordor. Um, you encounter a couple other of these refugee boats heading upriver throughout the day, and then the water starts to get a little slower. The river broadens out momentarily. And you're in not exactly a lake because there's still current and it's still going, but certainly a wide part of the river. And then you see the river narrows down and you see a stone fortress construction up ahead that looks like it is spanning the river. There is a small island about 100 feet upstream of this construction with like a pole on it there that looks like one could tie up there if one chose to do so. As you get closer, you see that there are some heads peering out over the battlements of this structure, and they're short and they look like dwarves.
Silas is immediately nervous, given Mox's prophecy that he would specifically come into conflict with the dwarves. He's gonna still smile and wave like usual, but it's a little more nervous smile than it would have been.
Does this look like any place special or just like a run-of-the-mill dwarf thing? Should I roll folklore or not?
Should you roll what?
Folklore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
40, which is a success.
Yeah, you think that this is probably the confluence of the Selduin and the Karnan. The Karnan comes from the Iron Hills, which is, where there are a bunch of dwarves. So you haven't heard of this place before, but it's not terribly surprising to you that it's fortified, and that the dwarves seem to have built this fortress here. It's not terribly tall. Again, clearly made of stone blocks. It's maybe 30, 40 feet. And like I said, it spans the river so that there's like a little tunnel that goes under it. And as you're approaching, you see that there is a gate in that tunnel that is down.
As we approach, Silas is doing his typical MO of smile and wave. He's not a complicated person. He doesn't have a lot of different things he's trying here. So he's doing his same old smile, stand at the front of the boat, smile and wave, hopefully that he can make a friend.
Okay. You see one of the dwarves points at the little island that's a little bit upstream, and says something to you all in Dwarven. Does anyone speak Dwarven?
I have
I don't.
5% in
I
Dwarven.
sure do not.
Did not understand him.
You did your
I
best.
barely speak my native language, much less Dwarven.
And Mox, was that a yes?
Yeah, I have 5% in Dwarven.
Oh, okay, great. Oh yeah, you do, sure enough. Yeah, you understood. You said go there.
I mean, that makes sense. I think he wants us to park our boat over there.
Oh, okay. And start turning that way.
Okay.
Silas, do you have the ring on your neck? Like, how are you carrying it?
It's on like a necklace. It's kind of like under my shirt.
All right. I lean over to Silas. Do you want me to carry it and make it disappear?
It didn't
I
go
thought-
very well last time.
What's that?
I said I thought that didn't go very well last time.
It's gone
you try
really
to
well
make-
every time I've tried it so far.
It's
Hmm.
fine. Don't worry about it. We decided it was probably best for me to hang on to it, so I'll just hang on to it. If
All right.
if the dwarves have a problem, that's their problem.
It would quickly become our problem.
Mhm.
You guys pull up the boats to the little island, tie up there. You see that the dwarves lower down it's almost like a bathtub is what it looks like to you guys, like a round wooden bathtub with a dwarf in it onto the river, who then paddles himself out to the little island, and he hops out to engage with you. He again starts rattling along in Dwarven, rapidly sees that you're not following along, and then switches to the common language. he looks at all of you, says, I am Frelim. Your names?
Silas.
Nick,
Drifter.
Professor
Fine.
Monk.
Okay. You're not going upstream, you're going downstream. What brings you to this meeting of the rivers?
We are in search of the wizards south, downstream, the blue wizards.
Wizards? He kind of furrows his brow and turns and yells something back to the fortress in Dwarven.
Radagast introduce himself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Radagast did introduce himself. Yes.
All right, when that happens, did they show any signs of recognition?
No, Frelim did not.
And does Mox understand what they're yelling back in Dwarven?
Why don't you roll that 5%? No good? Okay. No, it's some complicated technical verbs that you just don't know. Frelim comes back to you and says, where are these wizards you look for? Why do you look for these wizards?
We've been told they are near, and he's going to describe I believe it was the place like just off the Sea of Rune.
Yeah, it was the southwest edge of the Sea of
southwest
Rune.
edge of the Sea of Rune. He's like, he'll tell them that like somewhere near the southwest edge of the Sea of Rune.
Very dangerous there. War is going on. Not a good place to go.
We're aware. We kind of need to go there anyway.
We were sent from Rivendell to seek their counsel.
Oh. He yells some stuff back in Dwarven to the fortress. Okay. Well. Ooh, hey, that's pretty close.
You can spend luck. Spend luck.
Hey, hi,
Easy
Megan.
go. Easy go.
All right, well, you be careful. You go through the river. Is 2 gold for each boat.
How much gold do we have? Is that a lot of
I would
gold?
say I look at
don't know.
Melrain.
No, Ryan, how much
it's
gold do we have?
It's a pretty substantial toll. And I don't believe you guys have any like gold coins on you.
I deal in silver. Good man. What is this gold you speak of?
Yeah.
I feel like the last time we had to buy stuff like weapons, we bargained and traded what we had, and I don't think we had anything left over.
Sure, you don't have anything else of value on your person, Melrain?
What do I look like? We've
I
been
don't know.
schlepping it for
the
like
richest
2
person
weeks.
here. The richest person here who has big bags of random things that I can't tell you what any of them are. To Silas, your whole bag of tricks is magic, or might as well be magic. So he doesn't understand any of it.
Yeah, no, I don't. We're out of gold at this point.
We have no coin, friend dwarf. Are there other forms of barter you would accept?
Supplies, food, travel gear.
Artwork?
Mm,
I pull out the wood carving that I've been working on. I haven't made my roll yet, so I don't know how good it is, but it conceivably is very impressive.
okay. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and roll?
Yep. That will definitely be a success. It will definitely be a hard success. You know what? If I spend the 9 points of luck to make it an extreme success,
Jesus.
could I say that I was carving something that would actually end up being relevant to the dwarves?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, yeah. It's a little relief of dwarves and men working together, fighting a drake.
Nice. Oh, that's really cool. Frelem looks at this. It's a pretty remarkable work, actually. You got a high degree of detail. He takes it, kind of looks at it and mulls it over, kind of muttering to himself in Dwarven. Give me a persuasion check with advantage, Nick.
Kind of look to my companions to see if any of them want to add anything to this, because I don't have any persuasion.
I will say, so I
No.
rolled off the side because I also have whittling, and I had said last time that Silas was trying to imitate what Nick was doing. I don't know
yeah.
if you remember the last time at the campfire. My whittling's only 30, but I just rolled a 25. So Silas is going to come over with his little like passable carving and attempts to do the talking on Nick's behalf since his persuasion's a lot better.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Is
And,
that- if that's acceptable.
Yeah,
I'll-
that's absolutely fine. I will assist him with persuasion.
And
Good.
and
I need the help. I do, in fact, somehow still need the help.
I can
Okay.
also help to persuasion and barter, even though we don't have the gold, and I rolled a success for my persuasion.
okay.
Instead of an
fancy.
85, which was my first roll, it's a 25 for a
Nice.
hard success because my persuasion is 75.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are all trying to pitch this to Frelem that this is a remarkable, work of art, clearly worth 4 gold pieces. He's pretty skeptical. But you got that hard success, Silas, which is pretty good. He kind of looks at it, mulls it over. He says, I gotta show to the boss. I think probably not. So start rummaging for what else you got.
Yeah, maybe
he
it's at
hops,
least for something. So
he hops in the bathtub, paddles his way back. They lower rope down.
I'm sorry, he's in a bathtub. I missed that.
So we're at like there's a big stone construction across the river, and they've got there's only like a little like porthole to continue through on the river, and there's a gate down. So that we are on an island just upriver from that, and they like lowered him down in what essentially looks like a bathtub, and he paddled his way
Amazing.
over to us.
Thank you. I love that.
Beautiful,
Really
beautiful.
want it to be a clawfoot bathtub. Just
Okay, so you guys have a little bit of time. The dwarves can't really
Okay.
practically hear you if you're conversing at normal volume.
All right, let's start looking around. Do we have?
We have
Melrain,
food.
Melrain, didn't you,
I'm
pick
looking in
up-
I'm looking in my stuff. I apparently have an ornate brooch of dwarven origin.
That sounds like a better idea than what I was going to suggest.
Let's see what
So-
else do I have.
My idea has potentially bad ramifications, which Silas would not think of this, but if one of you happened to consider the imitation ring that Melrain made, that is an imitation
oh.
of this dwarven ring,
Yeah, no, I'd
that
say
seems like a bad
Don't do
option,
that.
but yeah, if you have that dwarven
I-
brooch, that could be.
I have a
potentially-
dwarven brooch that's very ornate. I have no idea how much it costs, but that is something I have. I also
Mm.
have an engraved silver spoon. So those are 2 things I appear to have in my bag.
I believe you picked them up in the market in Lake Town.
I
You
think
picked
that-
them up.
That actually might have come from my the silver spoon is probably from my family. I think the brooch is from my dwarven friend that I had in the woods when I was a kid.
Out of character, I think you totally stole the silver spoon in Lake Town, and I saw you.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Right. But the brooch I probably well, either way, they're in my possession now.
Yeah, you picked them up. You picked them up in like
I can
Lake Town,
sell
right off the
it
table.
like it's something precious to me.
Cool. A few minutes later, Frelem comes down, paddles his way back out to the island. He's like, okay, well, This is good for one boat. Very nice, very good. Very detailed. I like this dwarf. He looks a little bit like my brother.
And
I
I
happen
look
to
to
have
Melrain.
I have this brooch. It is very ornate and has been passed down for generations in my family. Would this get us the second boat?
Oh, he takes it, looks at it. This is a dwarf make.
Hmm?
Oh. Okay, good.
All right.
Do
Thank you
you,
very much, kind sir.
we open the gate. Do you need escorts? You need people to help you find a way down the river? Anything like that? We have dwarves for hire.
Do we need
Um,
escorts?
We could use
Do we
some
have
more
one?
man-at-arms.
Do we have money to hire anyone?
Nope, not remotely.
We can offer them more wood carvings.
Uh-huh.
How much do you want to carve, Nick?
I mean, I enjoy carving. I only have 9 points of luck left. I don't know if I can pull off another extreme success.
You've also got a ring which you were purportedly supposed to use to get an army put together.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that if we show the ring to the dwarves, they're just going to take the ring.
Yeah, Silas
It
Silas
is-
doesn't know much about it, but he was instructed not to tell them this.
It is literally made to corrupt them into the it's made by the enemy to corrupt them into his service. Like literally, this is kind of. Oh no. I know the elves made it. Never did they? I don't remember. At this point, it exists to corrupt dwarves into the service of the enemy.
Right.
Okay.
So
Well, no,
Um,
I feel like we can, wasn't the whole, like, one of the ways to end the solve the fighting peacefully was to get the dwarves to join the battle that's going on at like the bottom of the river or something like that. So like, if we show them that we have the ring, then we could be like, because do they know where we're going? Like we're going, right? So we're trying to find the wizards who are fighting this battle. So
that's about all they know, is that we're trying to find the wizards and that they know that there's a war down there.
maybe
But
because the dwarves are we can appeal to their strong nature and enlist them for the war.
Storytelling, do I know if that's if there's historical precedent for that? Are there actual stories of dwarves siding with men and elves in recent times? You're muted, Eric.
The way I interpret storytelling, and if you envision this differently, we can discuss it, is that you know about like narrative arcs and hero tales and like what would be appropriate story wise, what would be dramatic, like the actual art of telling a story, which is different from folklore, which is what Drifter has.
Okay.
Which is a little bit more this realm specific. So I mean, you can certainly, roll storytelling to get an inclination of like, how the story, would progress story wise, potentially. Don't know if that'll give you any insight, but
It's not a critical failure, but it's a substantial failure. So, nope.
Yeah, anything else you guys wanted to do here talking to Felon before he just lets you through?
I would like to I was like, hey Frelin, do you have anybody that would be interested in going and fighting in the war to the south? Right? South? Is that right? South is the right direction.
Yeah. Frelum is like, doesn't seem like it concerns us dwarves.
Doesn't war concern everyone?
You can come try to talk to the boss if you like.
We're supposed to do that, guys. It's our job.
I'll talk to the boss. Silas has forgotten at this point that he was foretold to be in conflict with the dwarves.
Good,
Yeah,
very
can't
good.
hurt, unless they happen to notice the ring.
Or
That could
any
hurt.
dozen other possible ways it could hurt. We should go do the thing.
Yeah,
Okay, come on through the gate and pull off on the right bank. Frelum gets back in the bathtub, gets hoisted back up. The grate raises up. You guys guide the boats through. On the other side of the river, there's a bank. You pull off. There's a stair up to a door into the fortress. Frelum is there to greet you, brings you in. You guys tromp past a fairly substantial number of doors. You count probably 20 or 30, and you don't think you see all of them. And he takes you into a relatively small room, but obviously an audience chamber.
Can I roll some sort of check to see if like these seem like dwarves that would be good at fighting, or if they're just like
Yeah, you can do an
insight-
insight check.
an insight check, right?
You have a little bit of experience interacting with dwarves.
Oh, I'm gonna spend some luck to make that a success.
Cool. Yeah, so you your friend growing up that taught you how to do like some jewelry making actually, Kurlak, he was not from the Iron Hills, but would tell stories about the various clans of dwarves. So you've never met an Iron Hills dwarf, so you don't know exactly, you know, they look a little bit different than Kurlak, but they look pretty stout, pretty hardy. They've all got weapons that look like they're well maintained. Most of them have some decent looking armor as well. So yeah, this looks like a fortress, you know, and so these dwarves look like fighters. You definitely get the impression that they would be pretty tough in a fight. You don't think that they see a lot of action.
Okay.
They seem like they probably do a lot of like drill work and sparring and that kind of thing, but probably not a lot of actually like out in the field fighting bad guys.
The question is, do they look like they want to be fighting bad guys?
Yeah, you know, on that insight check, I think I would say you do get you get like some bored looks. You think that like this is not a plum posting for them. You know, they just sit and get tolls from people for the most part. So you definitely get like some sense of boredom from the troops here that they would certainly be willing to do something more.
Okay, since I don't have the people skills that Silas has, I'm gonna tap Silas on the shoulder and be like, yo, Silas,
Yeah.
when
What's
you
up?
spin this to the boss, you need to make it sound as exciting as possible, because I think these guys are bored. So I think if we spun it like they could be heroes by helping these people and gain lots of honor and glory.
And riches.
They would.
Forget the riches.
They would be heroes. They are here. Like
No,
that's the
no,
whole
no.
point.
Yeah, yes. But like if they
You've
come with
already
us-
convinced Silas with this pitch. Silas is like, why would they not be convinced? I'm convinced.
Yes. So all right. Well, this is this I think this will work well if you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Silas
Cool.
is excited by this prospect.
Nice. You guys enter this relatively small kind of audience room. There's a desk with some chairs. There's another dwarf and a couple of others looking over it. One of the dwarves is decked out in some pretty nice looking armor, some kind of splint mail type outfit. Most of the other dwarves that you've seen have had like kind of ring mail, chain mail kind of thing. So Frelum goes up to this dwarf, talks to him briefly. He looks up. looks at all of you, and steps out from around the table, says, I am Dolan, commander here. Frelem says, you wish to talk to me about fighting.
Yes. Hi, I am Silas Agnar.
I would like someone not as tall to talk to, please. Looking up at Silas, he's clearly
Silas sits down on the
unhappy.
floor. He's like sitting down like crisscross on the floor, like. So now he's looking very slightly up at very slightly up at this dwarf sitting down.
Cool. Dolan kind of scowls momentarily and then gives you a little bit of a smile. Okay, that do. So, what do you have to say?
Well, we were sent on a mission from Rivendell to gather strong warriors like you.
At
Like
the
yourself.
mention of Rivendell, he specifically looks over at Melrayan, and then back to Silas says, one elf. Rivendell is elf place. Why are you're human and I don't know what that is. And he points at Professor Mox.
We had elf escorts. We did get attacked by some orcs. Most of them survived. Actually, did any of the elves die? Or was it only our human escorts that died? I think it
I
was
think it was
only
only
the
the humans.
Yeah, I was like,
No, because some people lost
No,
the
No,
entirety
some
of
of
the.
some of my elf
That's
people
right.
died.
That's
Yep.
right.
We
We're
became
attacked by
separated in
orcs.
our journeys.
Can I
some were
butt in and say,
injured.
alas, we didn't have any dwarves in our party, and so we were hit pretty hard. If only we had had some dwarves to help us fight.
But our elven companions split from the group to go take care of a problem with some drakes nearby. Just near we just came from Lake Town, and it was the wood elves in the forest near Lake Town had encountered it seemed like their whole place had been pretty ruined by a drake. So our elven friends went to deal
We
with
will
that.
stay
and we
for
plan to
dinner and we
reunite.
will hear your whole tale.
Perfect. I love to tell stories. And he looks over.
I
and
love
he's like,
dinner.
I love dinner. Yes. Yeah.
We've all been on the road for a while. We would love some real dinner.
Dolan puts Frelem in charge of you. Frelem takes you down to the mess hall. Frelem's like, okay, well, we can wander around the fortress if you like. I can show you all the places, introduce you to some of the dwarves.
Yeah. Let's meet some new friends.
It's a little bit of time until dinner.
Perfect.
So Frelem takes you around the fortress. It's a pretty decent size, you know. It's not a full castle, but it's obviously well provisioned, well situated for defense. You can see the Carnan, the river that goes up to the Iron Hills, coming into the Selduin, where you are, where you guys just were, almost just like 100 feet beyond. So it looks like they put it here as a strategic place where the two rivers converge. You also see that there's a road that goes north towards the Iron Hills. Frelem tells you that they do, you know, in their downtime, they do various crafting and whatnot. And they will also do some trading with people who come on the rivers. Sometimes they'll come from the Long Lake. They sometimes have interactions with the Dwarven Kingdom in Erebor, the Lonely Mountain. So this seems like a relatively happening place. You get that there's probably 80 dwarves stationed here.
Is this outpost or like this little fortification basically a settlement unto itself, or is this an extension of
It's
a
an
larger settlement
extension. Yeah, it's an
elsewhere?
extension of the Iron Hills. So they kind of
Okay.
rotate down here for periods of time, but they're primarily, their families are all back at the Iron Hills kind of thing. So
Yeah, that's
it's
kind of what
not-
I was wondering, is if it was families, any families, or if it's just the kind of fighting.
No,
And
yeah, it's definitely an outpost.
okay.
We get a
Also,
feel for
Sil-
how long this place has been here.
It's probably fairly new, so less than 30 years, you reckon?
Okay.
Given the reaction of the commander, what was his name again?
Dolan.
Dolan. Given Dolan's reaction to Silas's height, Silas is going to give an attempt at just crouch walking around at dwarven height and just see what their response is to it. And if they're amenable to it, he will continue doing it. If they're giving him crazy looks, he will stop doing it.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check.
I'll spend a couple points of luck. That's a success. I was just a few points off.
They seem to appreciate the duck walk and being at their eye level. And a couple of them, they also, some of them do think it's a little bit silly, but you get the impression that they think it's endearing. Like, oh, this human, he's trying to be our height, and that's a little bit ridiculous, but it's also
Perfect.
kind of adorable. So
That is exactly what Silas was going for.
you
So
you
cool.
get some positive vibes from the garrison here.
Perfect. He will continue doing that until his thighs are absolutely burning.
Cool. So you guys kind of check out the fortress, see the stuff. Any other information you want to know about here that Frelem can tell you before dinner?
Maybe mention in passing that we heard an awful noise above the river last night. Does he have any idea what that is?
Ooh, good question.
That's clever. I like that.
Yes. Terrible, terrible monsters. They have not come this far north for a long time, but we have been hearing them more and more frequently. Monsters from
Times.
Mordor. He doesn't seem to know that they're ring wraiths. They're a monster.
But
Yeah.
we know that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought we did.
Drifter pegged that for you guys.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Um,
Silas's understanding is basically the same as theirs, like
Right, monster.
monster.
Yep.
Close
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah. So yeah, Frelem actually tells you that they've heard those monsters. They see them flying sometimes at night. They have not engaged with one. They don't think it's a dragon or a drake, but they don't know what it is. And I think he will also say that sometimes when it flies close by the fortress, that it is quite terrifying to any of the troops on duty. So it seems like there is some kind of effect that the monster is radiating that causes the dwarves to be fearful.
Yep.
And then Frelem also tells you that they have greeted the Sutherlings that have been coming, or the Easterlings, I guess, upriver, that are the refugees that you guys passed, because they had to have come past this fortress to go up the Selduin.
Mhm.
And it sounds like they for their passage, because they're refugees, they don't have anything, that they basically had some people who are working as indentured servants. So you see actually probably like 7 or 8 people, like humans, these Easterlings around the fortress as well, doing like menial chores like cleaning and cooking and that kind of thing. And Frelem tells you that they're supposed to work for a year and a day, and then the dwarves will give them a boat to get upriver with their families. So after the tour, night starts coming down. Frelin leads you to the mess hall. It looks like they eat in shifts because there's just not enough tables. But Dolan, the commander, is there, and he has you sit with them. Okay, so yeah, tell me everything you can about your adventures. We like to know about drakes and other terrible monsters. So, what can you tell us?
So Silas will launch into the whole explanation of like what we saw with the Drake and how it had the damage it had caused at the Wood Elves area.
Dolan interrupts you and stop and like has you start at like before you got to Rivendell. Like he wants the whole shebang.
Wait, isn't Nick the storyteller though?
I'm going to assist. I'm letting Silas take the lead on this, but I will direct the narrative flow.
Cool. What if anything you guys gonna leave out?
Ring.
The ring.
The
Yeah,
the,
basically
the
that's
ring
it.
specifically, yeah.
Then
Well,
how do we explain our purpose?
You should tell them the rest of the purpose. Like
I
we're
mean,
here to raise an army.
We're still on, like, the mission doesn't change. It's just that like we have a lot less compelling rallying point if we don't have the ring, but like the
Oh.
mission is the same
Well, why are we not showing them the ring?
because it's a dwarven ring and they're gonna want it.
This ring was specifically designed to corrupt dwarves, so it's risky.
Well, so I guess what are we waiting for to show, like, if we go find the wizards first,
Hopefully, they're not dwarven wizards.
well, then like
Wizards
what,
are wizards.
like at some point, so are we looking to just get armies of humans then, not dwarves, since we have a dwarven ring?
I think that eventually, when we have more of an army than just the 5 of us plus Radagast, then we have a little bit more bargaining power. I think that right now, if we show
Right.
the ring, the dwarves are just going to take the ring from us. If we have an army of blue wizards on our side, they might think twice about that.
Or if we had the elves with us, that would have been pretty cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's our main hesitation is if there's like 30 armed dwarven fighters and 5 of us and a very compelling dwarven ring in our possession.
Okay,
Oh, of which, Eric, how many tables are there here? How many people could this room seat?
They can feed about 25 at a time.
And they eat in shifts, so
Yep.
30 would be a significant underestimate.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys figured out there's 80
There's like 80.
dwarves. 80 dwarves stationed here, yeah. Okay, great. So you spin the tail. Go ahead and roll your storytelling, Nick, and Silas. You've not rolled persuasion for Dolan yet, so go ahead and do that.
I'm going to be a regular success.
Cool.
That's a regular success for me as
Okay,
well.
great. So you guys tell your story. Dolan and the rest of the dwarves are all, listening to it, fairly gripped by it. When you talk about the orc ambush, you hear grumbling, like muttering, like "Arr." Dwarves clearly do not like the orcs. When you talk about the drakes and the wood elves and Glorfindel going after them, they also kind of mutter like sympathetically, like, "Oh yeah, those drakes are bad." So you guys definitely win over this little garrison.
Yeah, and they're gonna find out at some point in the future that we have this ring. Like that's kind of unavoidable. But for now, with our just 5 of us, we'd like to keep it under wraps for the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, we also Silas with his whole pitch, it's gonna, explain like we're trying to go get the blue wizards assistance, and your assistance would help get their assistance because like we basically had determined that like if the dwarves showed up, that would basically be like, okay, this is not worthwhile.
Yeah,
Or
I
that
can't
would be like if
remember.
the whole army showed up.
Yeah, I think that was it.
But yeah, even this amount of dwarves showing up would be a substantial bolstering of one side over the other.
Yeah, I mean, because
So-
they're all, again, they're all soldiers for the most part here, the dwarves, so they're
Mhm.
reasonably competent.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, are you guys gonna make a pitch for them to join you, basically?
Yeah, we're gonna make Silas is gonna try and make the pitch for them to, if not, like obviously they need to leave some, like some people have to stay here and man this post, but like to at least send some fighters with us in pursuit of the larger objective.
Dolan's like, I need to think. I need to think. You can stay tonight. We will decide in the morning.
Perfect. Thank you for your thinking.
Yes.
I was gonna
much
say
good thinking.
consideration. I was like, that's too big a word for this.
Cool. So they offer you independent rooms if you guys want to have your own separate room. They're all small, but you can crash and get a little bit of comfort.
Yeah, I want my own
Sounds
room.
good. Yeah.
I will stay with Silas.
I was gonna say Silas was gonna definitely have Trudale with him.
Cool. That makes sense.
So
And then Nick, you're gonna pile in there as well.
If there's no objection.
that's fine.
Is there a window?
There are not windows in these rooms. Nope.
Is there a roof?
Yeah, for sure. There's vantage points from the roof.
Yeah, I would appreciate some solitude. So I'm gonna have my own room.
I got a success on what is my skill for this? Star signs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Mock's going out to read the star signs. You the signs that you'd previously seen are still kind of there with like the conflict among people coming soon. And you somewhat confusingly, because you clocked it before and you've been keeping an eye on obviously all those interactions, you still see the stars that you interpret as there being something between Silas and the dwarves. And in terms of timing of that, you also get the impression that that time is rapidly approaching, that this
Right.
is not something in the far future.
Is there anybody else up here?
Nope.
I go to bed.
There are dwarves kind of walking the perimeter on the next layer down, but nobody on the top roof here.
Oh, how robust is their night watch?
They've only got a couple. It seems like they're present, but not super dedicated.
Yeah. I go back downstairs.
Cool. Okay. Anyone do any special precautions for sleeping?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to recommend that Silas and Trudale and I alternate watch.
But we're
I'm gonna put a lock on my door from the inside, like my own self gadget.
Definitely. Mallory, no problem. Go ahead and roll your trinkets.
What sort of furniture is in the room?
Just a bed. They're almost like closets. It's like bed on the floor, and door.
That is a fail on my gadgets roll.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm gonna say that the dwarf doors are just too like thick, like the door frame
Right.
is too thick that like my elven things like the ones that I have in my bag just don't fit.
Nice.
I'm gonna say for precautions, Silas is he'll agree to Nick's idea about the watch. Sure, it seems he thinks it's a little silly, but he'll do it. But his precautions of his own type are basically he's a very tall person in a dwarf bunk closet. He's laying and his feet are basically propped on the door itself. So like if anyone were to
Nice.
open the door, his feet, he's gonna feel it
Right.
because
right.
like
The doors
it's
open
cramped.
in or
He's
out.
They open into the room.
Okay, we don't need to set a watch then. You prop your feet against the door. I'll prop my back against the door. You can take the bed.
Okay, so he's he's just laying out across the floor with his feet like jammed up into the door because he's too long for this space anyway.
Nice.
I'll put my
Okay.
back.
He's also
Oh, I
laying
thought-
like
nice.
flat on his stomach with the ring under his shirt, under his body.
Cool. Um, okay, Nick, give me a constitution check.
Success.
Great. You, even though you were propped up and, not getting great quality sleep, you managed to get good enough. At some point in the evening, Nick, you wake up as you hear the doorknob being jiggled.
I look up. Are Silas's feet still propped out against the door?
Yes, and Silas and Trudale are both still asleep.
I move Silas's feet aside, stand up quietly, and rapidly swing the door open.
Great. Go and give me a sleight of hand for this.
Did he just slam
Oh,
my
holy
feet in
shit.
behind the door?
That would be a hard success on my sleight of hand.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like
you
you
do
push
not
my feet off the side and then just boom, the door open. I'm just thinking you just like crush my feet behind the door.
you do not crush Silas's feet, so that's a win. And you do it with sufficiently perfect timing that the dwarf on the other side staggers in. It is pitch black. You can't see anything, but you know that there's a figure there. You can hear it. And on that hard success, he doesn't even stumble into you. Like you move in such a way that you hear a couple of heavy dwarven boot heels thump 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 in.
I shut the door immediately behind him. Hello, friend. I hope you have an explanation for why you were trying our door in the dark.
Cool.
Does
So
any of
it
this
is-
wake me up?
now you're still asleep. He did that so deftly. But-
I'm going to start like kicking at Silas. I don't want to be fighting dwarves on my own.
okay. Again, pitch black. You can't see
Yep.
anything.
But
Okay.
I mean, we're tight enough that
Yeah. No,
If you
it's
kick,
easy
you're
to
probably
kick.
gonna hit me.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, cool. Silas, you rouse. Trudale is still out. Yeah, you don't know.
Why did you
He
kick
just
me?
kicked your leg.
Silas, wake up.
There's no
Someone tried
there's
to
no
break in.
response.
What's that?
There's no response.
All right. I'm going to fumble in my belt pouch for flint and steel
Okay.
and
Yeah.
strike.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you're just like seeing flashes as you're striking it. There is a dwarf here that you don't immediately recognize. And he looks, I don't know, give me an inside check with disadvantage. It's pretty hard to make it out. Silas, you can do it as well.
Oh, just
That
failed.
disadvantage is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's a fail for me.
Cool.
Well, unless I can spend luck on that, but I don't know that it's worth it. It would be.
Yeah, I mean, I
7
could
points
make it
of
if I spend luck, but it's
Yeah.
7 points.
Same. It would be 7 points of luck for me, so I'm just gonna not.
Cool. Yeah, you really don't know what this dwarf's thinking. He reaches for the door handle. It looks like he's gonna leave.
I'm leaning
The
against
door is slammed shut, right?
Right.
Yes.
Silas is gonna, wedge his feet back up against the door because he's still laying here
Okay.
and just keep it closed.
Okay.
Are there candles in the room that I can light?
There are not.
Okay. What do we normally use for lights versus?
I think Melrayan usually has stuff on her for illumination at night.
We can have up to 4 magical abilities. Is that correct?
4 or 3? I can't remember. Do you guys remember what I said?
I know that for the Star Wars one, it was 4.
Okay, yeah, I think it's
I
4.
do not recall.
Okay. And we can just generate those during play.
Yeah.
This seems like a great time to take the minor illusion that I was looking at,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm going to make a glowing ball of light to illuminate
Oh,
the
you can
room.
have up to 5 actually for
Oh, cool.
Lord of the Rings.
Hmm.
So does that just occur at 1/5 power?
Yep.
Eh. Not quite.
Cool. You try kind of creating an effect that you learned in your time with the wood elves, and you're not quite able to recreate exactly what they taught you.
Okay.
Is-
Silas
Um,
is like still groggy asleep. He's like,
Just grab the
why
dwarf.
are,
Just grab the dwarf.
I mean, the dwarf isn't going anywhere. Silas has the door propped shut and I'm leaning against the door.
yeah.
Yep,
this dwarf trying to do anything other than leave?
not yet.
well, he
Nope.
was trying to break into our room initially. I don't know. Silas has no idea what's going on. Silas
Right.
is sitting there like, why are you in our room, friend? What's
You
You,
going
are-
on?"
you hear you hear the
why-
dwarf say a few things in Dwarven.
Speak common.
He doesn't respond to that.
I'm still like striking the occasional spark.
Yeah.
Can I get a view of like this guy's face well enough in the sparks that if I had to ID him tomorrow, I could point him out? Or
Yeah,
is
I
it
think
too-
that's reasonable. Yeah.
okay?
You know what? I'm just going to keep attempting to activate my light spell until I either run out of magic points or I succeed,
Okay. That sounds
or
good.
until he initiates violence and tries to like force his way out the door past me.
Cool. Yeah, we'll say it's 1 MP for this use.
That's very generous. Okay. Yes, I have a glowing ball of light that appears in my hand. Do I
Ooh.
recognize the dwarf now?
Cool. So 2 things. One, I think since it's elven magic, it's not like a light spell. I kind of imagine it as more like a soft, lightly silvery sort of cloud misty thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, candlelight sort of light, not
That's
like
absolutely fine.
"Arr!"
My thoughts on this were more like a general illusion spell than a specific bright light anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, candlelight's just fine.
Cool. Okay, so first of all, the dwarf looks over at this with amazement and a little bit of fear. He's now like desperately trying to pull on the door. He's fully turned away from you at this point and is not engaging on anything except escape. In terms of you guys, yeah, you don't recognize this dwarf, but you weren't like memorizing all the dwarven faces that you saw today. And you could definitely spot him in a crowd.
Silas is gonna just reach out and just put a hand on his shoulder and like Silas is gonna sit up and just like reach out a hand to this guy's shoulder and be like, friend, calm. Like I know he understands none of these words,
Right.
but
Okay.
he's like, calm down. We're just trying to figure out I'm still just trying to figure out what's going on. What are you doing?
Cool. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Perfect. That sounds great. Oh, that's not a great start. Well, okay. Wow. I rolled the same thing twice. That was an 87.
Ah.
So he is not having this.
Dwarf is not chilling out. He turns back to you and says something in Dwarven, since he's obviously not going to be able to leave. He kind of stop. He doesn't keep doing that. He's not dumb, right? So he stops and turns around and is obviously angrily saying something to you in Dwarven.
We don't speak your language.
Just let him go at this point, guys. Like, what are you doing? You can't communicate.
Yeah, I look over at Silas.
Honestly, Silas is like,
Let's let him go
Silas
and
is like-
immediately sound an alarm. This is a huge violation of guest privilege. This
why don't
is
we just
not
walk
how
with
you.
him? Why don't we just walk with him back to wherever he came from?
I'm not in the room with you guys, but why are you letting him go? He just broke into your room.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying not letting him go to like
Yeah.
escort him back to wherever he needs to be and
Technically,
figure out
He
what the
didn't
heck is
break
going on.
in. Nick opened the door and he fell in.
You guys
Yeah,
are,
but he was
He was
trying.
trying.
He was
you
trying
guys
to
are
get in.
professional fighters. Grab him, take away all of his weapons, and then go find your host and see if he can explain this thing. Or maybe we
Is
just
this
run
guy-
away. One of those
now
two
that we can
is the right choice here.
Is he
Now
armed?
that we can see him, is he armed?
Nope.
Is he sober?
You can do another insight check now, flat.
Sure, sure.
Ooh,
Still failed.
absolute terrible critical failure. 0-0.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was off by 6 again.
Fantastic. So you guys will never be able to intuit what this dwarf is thinking.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
oh, Silas, he's obviously drunk. This was probably a mistake.
All right, well, let's get him out of here. What? Where does he even need to go?
I am going to memorize this dwarf's features as much as possible. Is he wearing anything distinctive? Does he have any distinctive scars or marks or rings or?
So first of all, he's dressed in what you kind of interpret as like night clothes. And Nick, you rolled with some dwarves for a little bit of time, Dorum and his crew. So you can identify dwarves with some degree of competency. This guy, he doesn't have any distinct features except that his hair on the top is kind of short cropped for the first couple of inches and only then goes back in kind of the long dwarven hairstyle.
We seen anyone else with that particular hairstyle here? Does it signify?
You haven't made note of it, so no.
All right.
Do you have any ink? Who else is in the room with you guys?
Just me,
Trudale.
Nick, and Trudale, my kid brother.
So yeah, you can
I look over
identify-
at Silas and kind of shrug. What do we do? Should we let him go?
I just want to sleep. We
The
can figure this
dwarf
out in the morning.
turns to the door and starts banging on it, and now he's yelling loudly in Dwarven. All of you guys, because you're all housed very close by, hear a ruckus.
Yeah, this is a good idea. I start yelling too. Intruder!
Okay, so yeah, Drifter, Melrayan, Mox, you guys all wake up. You hear Radagast shout, "Intruder, get him!" And you hear Radagast's door open.
I need to know more about the room. Is this room? It's a barracks. Is it a bunk room?
No, this is a single room.
Okay.
It's a closet. It's about 4 feet wide and about 6 feet deep. The door occupies one end, one of the short ends, and it's about 6 feet tall. It's like a cell almost. It's pretty tiny.
In the hallway. Does it look like all the other doors?
Yeah.
Other doors? Okay. And is there any way to distinguish this door from another?
There were labels in Dwarven on the outside of the door that were different. And yeah, you speak enough Dwarven to know.
I read Dwarven great. I just don't talk it.
That their letter number combination, so you could refer to the door that you need to get access to.
This dwarf here, what is he wearing and carrying?
So you're gonna go out of your room as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Drifter, Melrayan, you guys do anything?
I'm gonna
Grab
open
my
my
weapons
door and watch the ruckus from my doorway.
Cool.
Like not
Um,
fully opened, but like it's cracked. My head is out. I have like my knives on my person, but I'm
Right.
not like in the hallway.
Okay. And again, the actually in terms of light, you guys see Radagast is basically outlined in this soft brown glow that is creating light, because otherwise there's no source of light down here in the fortress.
Except for my illusion.
How do they not
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
torches on the walls?
But
The
we're
door's
on the
closed.
back side of the door, though. Like
Oh,
we're
okay.
inside a closed door.
Right. There were torches periodically throughout the day, but at night they don't bother with the waste of resources. Drifter, doing anything?
Going out of the hall with my weapon drawn.
Cool. Great. Sword drawn.
Yeah.
You guys all get out there. Radagast is on the other side of the door from you, Nick and Sam, and Radagast is saying, "Should I destroy the door?"
No,
No.
no. I push the dwarf aside and open the door.
Okay. Are you guys gonna try to restrain the dwarf?
Nope.
Nope,
You
okay.
really should, but
I'm counting on all of you guys out in the hall to do that.
I am a
Uh,
hobbit.
Cool. Nick opens the door. You guys look at this tableau. Trudale is awake at this point, by the way. So you see that there's Silas and Nick and Trudale and this dwarf are all like stuffed together in this small closet-sized room. This dwarf that none of you recognize, and he bolts.
Can we get a description of the dwarf yet?
I didn't give you a full description of this guy.
Jason the dwarf.
This is for convenience of reference. This is Nidu. Nidu's average height. He has that buzz cut on the first few inches of his hair. He's got just kind of brown hair, brown beard, dressed in, you know, what you interpret as pajamas at this point, basically. He's got a little bit kind of pudgy cheeks. That's kind of all
So-
you guys clock.
So so throughout the day, I've been like more like hearing the language of the dwarves. I'm assuming they speak the same like the same dwarven language that the other dwarf I know would have spoken. And
Probably.
yeah. So like earlier in the day, I like tried and failed to speak Dwarvish effectively because I tried
Uh-huh.
that roll earlier.
Okay.
I just rolled 000.
That is the worst thing you can
Worst
roll.
roll you can do.
Really?
Yeah.
It's 100.
Wait, no, I thought but
The
was
0-1 is the best you can do.
Oh, then never mind. I still fail. I try and holler after him, and it doesn't work.
You throw the foulest dwarf insult known to dwarfdom, not realizing you just tried to say something in dwarven.
Uh-huh.
This was one of those things your dwarven buddy taught you as a kid. It's a funny haha, and, like,
Yes,
and
that-
never
that-
told you it was.
and
a
never
horrible
told you
insult.
like that's actually like a horrible.
And
Yeah.
that's why Soren destroyed the Fellowship of the Ring. So that was a funny joke. That was a good joke.
I chase this
You
dwarf. I
you
wanna
hurl
chase the
this
dwarf.
insult after Nidu, who bolts past, sees Drifter with a drawn sword, and does pull up short at that.
Wait, then how do you wait? I'm sorry. How are you supposed to roll a 0 for real life then? Like, how do you roll
It-
less?
You can't. The
it's-
scale is
it's
0, 1 to 100. There's
Yeah,
only
it's 1 to
90
100.
Yeah, there's 100 options, right? Because between
Oh.
0 and 100, it's actually 101 digits.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, I needed that.
Yep. So yeah, so Nidu is pulled up with in front of Drifter with this drawn sword. It looks like he's gonna maybe run the other way, but you guys have a moment to react if you want to do anything.
Well, wait, did these doors lock from the inside?
They do not lock as far as you can tell.
I mean,
Or
there's
shouldn't
no way to
Silas or
prove-
Nick be able to get?
there's going to be no way to prove he didn't just go to the wrong room. They all look the same. It's late at night. He probably got up to pee in one in the wrong room.
We caught him trying to break in.
No, you caught him trying to open the door.
I'm speaking in character. We caught him trying to break in.
Me too.
Okay.
You know, it's possible he's a spy, but we just there will be no way to prove that.
Nidu turns, bolts past Radagast with this expression of terror on his face at this glowing brown dude, and is lost into the darkness.
Has anyone else decided that this commotion is worth coming out into the hall for?
Yeah, I would like to alert the night watch.
This is all happening relatively quickly,
Yeah.
so the answer to your question is yes, there will be people along shortly.
I'm gonna go over to Drifter and be like, let's put that away to the sword.
I put it away.
Radagast looks over at you, Nick, and says, "Intruder? Was he an intruder? It looks like
Yes.
he lives here."
He tried to break into our room while we were sleeping. I have no idea why.
Was it just the one dwarf?
What was that, Drifter?
Was it just the one dwarf?
As far as I can
Yes,
tell,
it-
yes.
I just know Nick kicked me in the shins and there was a dwarf in the room.
I heard him trying to open the door. He was trying the knob. I opened the door. He immediately stumbled or ran in. I couldn't tell. I shut the door on him, and that's when you woke up.
Do you still have your little blue illusion effect going, Nick?
Yeah, although I'm getting ready to dismiss that.
Cool. Yeah, you guys all see Nick doing this trick that is rather remarkable to most of you. I think Melray, and this is, just another day in Rivendell to you.
Yeah, Silas is not afraid like the dwarf was, but he is just as like weirded out by it.
For sure.
Um,
Okay, about a couple minutes later, you guys see a lantern light coming down the hall, and there's a troop of 3 soldier, armed dwarves. They see you in the hallway. One of them talks to you in Dwarven. I think Mox, you were able to make out enough that he's like trying to ask like what's happening, what's going on, what's the status, like that kind of thing. Como estás?
Common doesn't seem very common around here.
No.
Was it Dolan was the dwarf that we were speaking with before who does speak common?
Yeah, he's the commander.
Yeah, Freelim and Dolan both.
Yep.
All right, I'll look at this dwarf that's talking at us and say, Freeland, Dolan,
He turns, talks to one of the other dwarfs. They run off, come back. Freelim is in his PJs, and looks like, he just got woken up. He's like, hey, commotion? What's going on? Flute here said that people are yelling.
someone tried to break into our quarters.
Oh, who?
A dwarf, I give the description, paying special attention to the weird, partially buzz cut haircut.
Oh, that's Nidu. Well, what happened?
I explained exactly what happened.
Okay.
Including the part where we can't communicate with him because he doesn't speak common and we don't speak dwarvish.
Okay.
So we're just like yelling back and forth.
Yeah. Well, nobody's going anywhere. You guys okay? Can we deal with this in the morning?
I just want to sleep in peace without people coming into my room. So
I've
that
already
sounds great.
shut my door and gone back to bed.
Nice.
Could we request that the watch patrols this area more frequently for the remainder of the night?
Yeah, Frelum turns and talks to Flute, and Flute nods, and Frelum's like, Flute here is captain of the night watch. He'll just have someone down here on duty at all times.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Silas goes back into the room to go. He's like, "Are we good? Can I go back to sleep?"
Cool. Great. You guys go back to sleep, get a reasonably good night's rest in the morning. Get up, see the soldier that's on sentry duty there. He takes you back up to the audience room where Dolan is. Frelum's there. There's also some other dwarves. And Dolan says, okay, so had a little commotion last night. Heard that Nidu was walking around and found you, and the sentry caught a couple of other dwarves heading down to your part of the fortress where you guys were sleeping as well. They were all looked like they were sleepwalking. There was some word of some kind of magical power that was being thrown around. So we gotta figure that out. First of all, it sounds like you have brought some magic into this fortress, which we are rather worried about. Would you care to explain yourselves?
I made light. That's the extent of my magic.
He didn't like that very much. That very much scared the poor fellow that had the misfortune of coming into our room.
Scared that poor fellow. He woke me from a dead sleep, breaking into our room. I was terrified. I'm not coming straight out and accusing any of the dwarves of poor hospitality, but I'm only just not coming out and accusing the dwarves of poor hospitality.
Nice.
So-
Cool.
Wait, how about Drifter with your knowledge of
Mhm.
folklore and all that? Can you make a folklore roll to see if you can like cognate that the ring is drawing the dwarves to his room? Because Silas has, or because don't I have the real ring in my
No,
box?
Silas does.
Oh, you have
Silas
the
is
real,
wearing it.
that's right.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I'm having to roll POW checks at the beginning of every session.
so,
That was a success.
so,
Success.
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you guys put it together as players, so your
Yeah.
characters definitely put it together.
So do we decide that we want to tell them that we have this magical ring or continue trying to pretend it doesn't exist?
And it's to be clear, Dolan's concern at this point is like something weird is happening.
Right.
They know Nick did something magical. So at this point, and Nick, you're like, I just made light is doesn't seem like it's passing muster. It doesn't seem like they're gonna detain you guys or anything, but from last night where things were definitely on the upswing, things are definitely on the downswing right now.
Yeah.
Well, also, if we bring like a bunch of dwarves to the south with us, they're going to continue to try and get to Silas because of the
Mhm.
power of this ring.
Silas just sleeps up a tree or something. I don't.
Well, this does mean, though, that we don't need to worry about recruiting dwarves. They'll just sleepwalk their way over to us.
Yeah, if they chased us, that would be like equally effective. We just need to
Yeah,
find-
you know, an army is an army.
I would rather be siding with the army than running from the army.
But we could-
Eh,
the unifying force brings the
We
army.
just need, we just run towards another army and we slip past that army and then the two armies.
When we were talking of gathering an army, I envisioned it not as in gathering them because they are compelled to chase us to obtain what we have. It's a little different type of gathering than we had planned on. But
I
yeah.
think our
we
our
are succeeding in the letter of the quest.
I think our options are either to be like, look, we're sorry if we'll pretend that it's still Nick's magical power because we don't want to reveal the ring and just say, hey, we'll go without you guys because sorry we brought disruption to your thing. Or we tell them about the ring so that way they can send their most like stalwart people that would resist the corruption, and then away we go.
Or
As-
I was gonna say Silas will happily tell them, considering he's been doing a lot of the talking, he will very genuinely tell them that all sorts of crazy magical things that are beyond his understanding have been happening all around him for like a week straight now.
We could also
Also,
tell
you
them-
guys, I'll say you guys had this conversation like when you got up in the morning with each
Yeah,
other.
we could tell them something more general, like and vague. Like we're carrying an important elvish weapon for the war. We were supposed to keep it utmost secret, but we'll be on our
They're
way.
going to
out
want
of
to
here.
see it then.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, we could tell them that like we've got some sort of weird curse on us because we're being followed around by orcs and that screeching thing in the sky and who knows what else. And
If we
we'll
said it was
happily get out of
her,
your hair.
that's on
You know-
side particular, and then we can say we're going to find the wizards to try and relieve the curse. That could work because a curse is intangible, but it would make people potentially not want to follow us if we're cursed.
Radagast speaks up. He's like, "What am I, top liver? I can take a curse off of you."
You try.
It makes it a bad lie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Silas will happily tell them that like crazy magical shenanigans have been going on around him all week and he doesn't understand a bit of it.
I think so. First, let's just decide, are we going to tell them about the ring or not?
think
what
we
is the
should.
scenario? What happens if we tell them? Given what they
Best-
saw last night, they may not want it.
Well, best case
Like-
scenario is they recognize that what we're doing is important to the safety of the world, dwarves included, and lend us unrestrained assistance and does succor. Worst case scenario is they decide that they're going to murder us and reclaim their dwarven
Okay.
ring.
I have an I have a proposal. How about we tell them the truth, the actual truth that we have the ring, basically what you just laid out. But if they come to demand it, we give them the fake one. Because we have a replica.
I think the replica will pass in human and elven hands, but I doubt a
Mhm.
replica of a because it's made
That's
by
fair.
dwarves, right? So I think a replica of a dwarven ring that is not made by dwarves. I don't think I got that much of a success on the roll.
They're gonna be like, what is this cheap
Can I
elven
make a
crap?
roll? Can I make a roll? Let's see. Let me try. Let's see how successful my jewelry making. Let's say I've been tinkering
Unless
with
it's
it.
like
make it-
I mean, you
a
got the
one
skill.
or-
I know, but I didn't succeed in making it like dwarven
Right.
pass worthy. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that it's good enough to humans and elves, but not to dwarves.
I don't want to get into deep deception with the dwarves. Either we tell them we have this ring and we need their help, or we tell them that we apologize for the commotion and we'll be on our way.
These both
Yeah.
seem reasonable.
Those are the two
Yeah.
options I laid out.
Yeah.
So do we just put this to a vote?
We need to start recruiting people.
Yes, this might not be the place to initiate that. I mean, it might be, but so
How
Professor Mox, am
possible
I
is
to
it
understand that you're casting your vote for telling the dwarves about the ring?
Yep.
How plausible is it that if we tell them we're going to have a continual dwarf sleepwalker ring stealing problem?
Quite possible.
Let's hope.
Yeah, that's not
I'd
actually.
say that with my naivete, since I'm not very world experienced, I'm also gonna side with the we just tell the truth. Because I feel like we're making this too complicated. So I'm with Professor Mox on this one.
Drifter?
I'm gonna say no.
What?
No.
No? Okay. Silas?
Based on my knowledge of history and my personal feelings about the darkness and whatnot.
Silas?
Silas, oh man.
So I think I know what side Ken's on. So Silas, I think you're the tiebreaker, unless I'm wrong, Ken.
Radagast is like, don't I get a vote?
We're going to ask Radagast too. Well, Silas is pondering this. Radagast?
I think we should tell them. I'm not worried about getting murdered. What are they gonna do? Kill a wizard?
I'm not a wizard.
Silas
I am
is-
more I'm slightly concerned.
Silas
So-
is less concerned with the whole big picture of it and more concerned with like trying to keep straight the lie that we're telling them over an extended period of time. and the challenge that will be cognitively for Silas. So
That's a
Silas
very good
is
point.
erring in favor of tell them just because he's not confident he can keep up the lie for that long.
Right. All right. Nick says, in all the old stories, tales of dwarven greed is legendary. I think that if we choose to tell them, we may find ourselves immediately in a pitched battle, but I also trust Mox and Melrain and Silas, even though I agree with Drifter. I leave Radagast out of that entirely.
Yeah, I got that. And to be clear, are you going to tell them it is the One Ring, which is your what you thought, right, for the vast majority of this, or are you going to tell them that you think it's a Dwarven ring?
No, if we tell them what we were told, which is that it's the One Ring.
Okay.
Are we in agreement on
Yeah.
that?
Because
I
that
feel like we're
plan
gonna be able to-
presumably was come up with by people who were plugged in enough to think this would work, right? Like they
Right.
had a reason to believe this plan would work. So why don't
That's
we
a good
try that?
point.
If we're gonna get clever, let's borrow somebody else's cleverness.
Yeah, we'll
Awesome.
tell
Yeah,
them-
yeah, yeah.
We'll tell them the truth as it was told to us.
Cool. So it's about half an hour later. You guys are in the audience room with Dolan. He's interrogating you about the Mystic. Yeah.
I make myself dim,
Ah,
not invisible, but unnoticeable.
Oh, okay. Just like on the way to the audience.
Yeah,
Okay.
If things are
Aren't you the
absolutely
main one?
desperate.
Aren't you the main one whose room was like bothered? Aren't they gonna want to talk to you the most?
Silas was there.
Talk to
Yeah,
me.
but okay, all right, all right.
How was your roll?
Terrible. Give me a second. I am going to go ahead and push that with the understanding that if I'm going to muster all of my remaining magical will,
Cool.
and if I screw this up, I will eat 10 magic points. Is that a reasonable?
Yeah, that sounds good.
$43 with a required
Nice.
44. I'm
Awesome.
dim.
Woo! Cut it close.
Cool. You guys head up to the audience. You lose track of Nick somewhere along the way.
As much as this
figures.
has happened,
Uh-huh.
that Silas is just used to the fact that sometimes he loses track of Nick.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so we need to play this a little bit differently. So you guys go up, meet Dolan. Heard there was a kerfuffle and some dwarves were caught by the sentry sleepwalking around your quarters, and we heard that there was some strange magic going down there, although it was done by your other companion. Where is he?
Right here.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
I've been right here.
Huh. So
I just let myself fade back into
Right.
obscurity.
exactly, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what, any explanation that would explain any of these things?
Yes, Dolan, we do have an explanation. There's a bit more to our quest that we can explain, and Silas will lay out exactly what we were sent from Rivendell, including the bit of the ring. And if need be, he like if they're doubting or anything, he can pull out to show it, but he's not going to do that unless it's needed.
Okay, cool. So you tell him what? That you have the one ring of Sauron, that you're using it to gather an army.
Yeah,
To
have the one
go-
ring. We're using it to gather an army. It's causing weird things to go on around, like weird effects are happening around us. He'll reference the screeching thing in the sky
Ah, okay.
because
Cool.
that's something that they were independently aware of.
Okay.
Outside of just us, as well as like and he'll mention obviously like the orc attacks we were under.
Ah,
And that sort of
great.
thing.
Anybody else gonna weave into this narrative?
Sitting right next to Silas now.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion check, Silas.
I will spend 2 points of luck to make that an extreme success.
Holy shit. Wow.
Nice.
I rolled a 17 and my extreme
Ooh.
success threshold is 15.
Points well
That's
spent.
We might still walk out of here.
Yeah.
So I'm also like, as he's, I don't know if this is appropriate, but I have like an impersonation skill to like
Uh-huh.
help tell stories. So I also rolled, I rolled a success on that one, so I can like
Cool.
help support his story with like playing
I
other
see.
people, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
being
yeah,
like Silas, and I can have like fake conversations because I can like here I am, you know, like
Yeah,
pretend
you
to
could
be the
you
other
could
people.
pose as Elrond, basically.
Like making yes, exactly. So I'm gonna
okay.
impersonate Elrond and like like,
Nice.
and because of my elvish demeanor, like it very much
Yeah.
comes across well for the story.
Outstanding. Wow. Extreme success. That's straight up bonkers. You pitch this to Dolan and the dwarves. They are all like extremely raptly attentive to this. At the end, you kind of finish and like Dolan's like, okay, let's suit up.
Amazing.
That's
Wonderful
freaking
time for an
insane.
extreme. Holy moly. After the way I rolled in our Bob and Spies game earlier, I'm glad that my luck is turning around.
No
I
kidding.
rolled for the record, guys, I rolled 299s in our game earlier.
Ooh,
Brutal. Wow. Okay, fantastic. So Dolan is going to leave about 20 dwarves as well as most of the servants at the fortress. So he's going to mobilize 60 of his dwarves and 2 of the servants to get underway and head south. Now the problem is they don't have boats.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Thought
go
about that
over.
earlier.
Yeah, so they're gonna go overland, which they're happy to do. They're dwarves, they're accustomed to walking long distances. So if you tell them where to meet you, they will go there.
That's actually really good for us for lots of reasons. So let's do that.
Yeah, that keeps them not right up on our back with the the
Yep.
ring greed.
Cool. Okay, totally insane. You guys got your first little part of your army put together. That's amazing.
woo!
I did not expect the first part to be dwarves.
No.
I expected it to be orcs.
If we're counting anybody at our backs, it was the orcs. We may still be leading an armed contingent of orcs.
Yeah. Great. So Dolan heads out with his contingent. They're gonna meet you at the southwest edge of the Sea of Rune, where the blue wizards are.
As
And
they
yeah.
leave, they had offered to provide guides because they just give us some general directions of like big
You know
nasty
what?
things to avoid.
They will actually they'll give you one of their servants who's from
Awesome.
Rune.
Who's
so
from Rune, so
Yeah.
can
nice.
help navigate us back there.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be great. Cool.
Exactly.
I'm gonna theorize that this human was like afraid of the war, but now is really tired of dish duty in the dwarven kitchen. And so when they were like, are there any volunteers that would go back to like would serve like to go back to the war? This one is like, me, get me out of here, please. I'm tired of meeting these dwarves.
I love it. Yes, 100%.
Fantastic. Can we
Um,
communicate with this poor guy? I know we have struggled mightily to communicate.
Yeah,
in the
you have.
past.
Hamed speaks a little bit of common, so you could do some rudimentary discussion, and he'll probably learn as you guys go because you've still got a ways to the Sea of Rune.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll work on that as we travel.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Amazing. Yeah, so Hamed is more than happy to escort you. He is sick of dish duty. He's sick of being with these dwarves. He's like noticing Melrin is this like amazing elf, and he's like, yeah, let's go for adventure. He is on board.
I'm gonna say that he's one of the tallest of the humans that's there too. So he's like so tired of it.
Tired
Hitting
of hitting
his
his
head
head
on the
on the
wall.
doorways.
Yeah, he's like has to duck
Yes.
every time he goes through a door frame. He's just like done.
Yes. He'll be in the boat with Radagast, Nick, and Mox, so that the boats are balanced. Dolan gives you guys a bunch of food supplies. Any other gear that you want while you're here. He's got ammo if you guys need ammo for arrows or crossbows or anything like that. They can get you armor. Which
Yeah,
you
I
guys
was just gonna
haven't-
ask about that. Do we
Yeah.
need training in that, or do we just strap it on and go?
You just strap it on and go.
Then we should definitely get Dwarven armor. That's pretty legit.
I will
Yeah.
get whatever they can get the biggest size of.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to stick around for a little while, they'll just remake some of the stuff into things that'll fit you.
That would be
Cool.
ideal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be great. I would also like to get some, if we stay for a little bit while they're doing that, I would like to get some like gold and other things that we can trade down the road. Since we know that the items that we have are not very bargainable, we need some cash. So like, I think we need that as much as we need ammo and good armor.
They're not super excited about giving you cash.
Mm.
Fair enough.
It is a little wild to me that they sent us on this diplomatic mission and gave us no trade goods. Like, use your
Mm.
charisma, it'll be fine.
I think that what Glorfindel took it all
That's probably true.
to fight the
Yeah.
Drakes. I'm gonna say that he just didn't think about that and just took it with him. And
Yeah.
we didn't think about
Glorfindel?
that.
That seems like a
Glorfindel not
Glorfindel thing to
thinking?
do.
Glorfindel not thinking? What?
Dumb and blonde.
Shocker. He and Silas are two peas in a pod.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
I have tried to steal things at multiple points during
Oh,
this
good.
trip
I'm glad
and
you're rolling.
failed every single roll. So like while we were wandering around, like there was just nothing good to steal, or like everybody was like looking at Silas doing his duck walk, so like I couldn't like do it. And then I tried earlier and it also failed. I'm like, so I have been able to take nothing out of this fortress. I have tried and failed. I've gotten caught, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep, trust me, I think I've rolled 3 times with the intent to steal something and it just hasn't happened.
Cool. Okay, so Mox, they are able to whip up a outfit that you're reasonably comfortable in. It's not too heavy for you. You've still got, you can do really good, you can throw your stones pretty well. So you've got armor for 7 points. Silas, they're actually able to get you almost a full, not like a plate, like, but kind of like the brigandine armor that they're mostly wearing, suit of armor. So you've got 10 points of armor. Melrayan, they're not able to do very much for you.
This is my problem
Um,
before. I have in my belongings a set of light armor and a leather jacket.
Oh, okay.
So that's
It's not
already
better. It's not better than that.
okay. So maybe instead of armor, so I had some throwing knives and some like, I'm gonna ask for more like arrows and stuff for my bow, because I don't know how much they use that, but I will take any of their throwing knives or their bow stuff. Like if they have any traded elven goods that they're not using, I'll take that stuff because
Okay.
it's better in my hands than their hands, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you kind of resupply your kit for trinket making.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead-
that's great.
Go ahead and make a note for that armor that you have from home. That gives you 7 points.
Where do I note that? I'm sorry.
I would just put it in parentheses.
Okay.
Yep.
10 points.
And then go ahead and add 2 dwarven throwing daggers. These will do +1 damage.
Okay. Dwarven. All right, damage +1.
Yeah, just make that note for now and we'll figure out the actual numbers in a second.
Okay.
And then the arrows, yeah, they'll give you I don't know, another 20 arrows.
Okay. I don't know
Dr-
how much I've used up from before.
I think you fired maybe a couple shots in the orc skirmish.
All of
Yeah,
our
like
fights
maybe,
have been very short. It's not many.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
Okay.
just
at
a couple.
most like 5 or 6 tops between all
Okay,
the
we'll
fights.
pretend I used 5. So
Yeah.
now, okay, so then you just said I get 20 more?
Yep. And then Drifter, Nick, what do you guys want in terms of armor?
Is there any sort of like penalty system as far as restricting movement or stuff? Like in D&D, is there any sort of
It sure doesn't look like it.
So if I could make a quick note for you, Eric,
Yeah,
because I am familiar with this, the armor in Call of Cthulhu 7th edition is pretty specifically designed to make mythos entities extremely difficult to do any damage to.
uh-huh.
It doesn't really play a role generally for PCs, so the armor rules are not super fleshed out, other than it's just damage resistance.
Yeah,
But
that's kind of what
as
I'm seeing.
written, there are no penalties and it doesn't degrade. Like if you have 7 points of armor, it just removes 7 points off the top of every damage roll that you take.
Yeah. I think in the interest of game balance, I'm gonna say that like for Silas, who doesn't have any missile weapons, he just needs to swing an axe. He can have a lot heavier armor, but for those of you that want to be able to shoot a bow or something, you're not going to be able to wear as heavy armor.
I think
yeah,
that makes
I think
sense.
respecting like class conventions
Yeah.
from D&D makes sense. So yeah, whatever the heaviest thing I can wear
Okay.
for a ranger,
Same.
essentially.
Cool. So you guys also have 7 points, armor of 7 points.
And can I replenish my arrows as well? And are there anything special about the dwarven arrows?
No, the dwarven arrows are not special. And yeah, you can get 20 arrows.
And yeah, set 20 arrows for me, please.
Yes, definitely.
So armor, I could just put that in like gear and possessions, armor, 7
Yeah.
points.
Yep. Great. Any other travel gear you guys want?
Oh, our indentured servant guy,
Yeah. Hassan?
Hamid,
Hamid.
or Hamid. Is he like a fighter at all? Is he competent in that area?
No, he was like a
Okay.
farmer or something.
All right. Yeah, I was just gonna ask about getting him outfitted, or he could get some armor at least. Like,
Okay. Yeah, they'll get something at least simple. So yeah,
well,
Hamid.
and maybe like an armor and a weapon, like, and not with the expect. We're not gonna like be like, oh, hey, Ahmed, like, get
Yeah.
that orc. But if an orc comes near him, something that he can.
No,
like,
that's a great
smash the orc
great
with.
idea. I mean, better to have him armed than not. So yeah, he'll take a long sword and a dagger.
I will take some rope, considering we used up like all of our rope in that river crossing earlier.
Cool.
And I want to
Um,
make sure our tents and stuff are like up in tip top shape and stuff, things like that.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
if any of those needed like patching or
Great.
actually, could they help us fix the damage that Radagast did to the boat, or did we already fix that?
Oh, I actually have a note on that I was supposed to make a woodworking roll to check on the quality of the boat to see about doing repairs. That was actually 2 sessions ago, and I think we just kind of skipped it over. But if we can just say that the dwarves took care of it, that'd be fantastic.
yeah, they'll get your dwarves up and running, or the boats up and running.
Rope,
where Radagast
shovel,
dropped a tree.
fishing gear, torches. Is that all reasonable?
They'll give you lanterns. They don't use torches.
Cool.
Yeah, lantern
Um,
would be good.
So if everyone wants a lantern, you can write that down.
Cool.
Great. I want a lantern.
I don't have any way to light a lantern, but I guess they could probably provide what would it be, flint and steel to do that.
I assume that if you have survival, you have flint and steel.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's some basic things that I would assume you guys have.
And you said that I got some like dwarven jewelry making stuff.
Yeah, you can do like because they while away the hours with a bunch of like arts and craftsy kinds of things.
Since we spent some time, like I definitely like was drawn to that, and they saw how interested I was in the thing. So I like tinkered around with some of their stuff, and they saw that I was competent, and so they gave me some things to play with.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And we're getting like rations and stuff, of course, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
get
get some
you
rations.
they get you enough food to at least get to Rune with no problem.
Perfect. I think Silas
Um,
is pretty set
Yeah,
on whatever
pretty
he
great.
wants.
Cool. So yeah, Hamid is in the lead boat and is going to lead you down. This is still the Selduin, even though the Karnan runs into it here. So the river from the Iron Hills comes into the Selduin, making it a even wider, stronger river. And you guys head down to the Sea of Rune. That's pretty great. Have we done a level up recently?
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, I was thinking this was a pretty good milestone. And also,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got the start of your army,
Yeah, first
which was
army
pretty
group.
cool.
That's a pretty
So
good.
don't forget to
marker.
roll luck first of all at the end of the session.
Oh, yeah, luck,
Everyone
let's
roll
see
luck.
that.
I need to sign off, but I'll go ahead and get my character sheet updated and sent to you, Eric.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
luck.
It was great to see you. Happy New Year.
Hey.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, my
Every
luck does
time.
not go up.
I don't know why this is so hard for me. I rolled under my luck, which means I don't get to add
You
anything.
don't.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Thank
did
you.
that too.
And then for level up, so any skills that you used since last time?
Oh, yeah. I have lots of check boxes.
Yeah.
So what
So-
do I do to those skills?
So you roll it, and if you get over the skill, then you improve it, and the amount that you improve it, I'll put in the chat here.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. It increases by smaller amounts as you get better at it, right?
Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, luckily, all the skills I've used, I'm terrible at, so I'm going from 1% to 8%.
I'm
And then there's
pretty much the
also,
opposite.
if anyone wants to do instruction, you can choose one skill to instruct someone, if you have the instruction skill.
Instruction. Wait, how do I know if I have that or not? Oh,
I can try.
like I don't have that written down on my thing. Like I don't have a number
Uh,
next to it. Should I have?
Yeah, if you don't have ranks in it, I think it's based on your education.
It's education.
There's a lot of skills in this game that have like a default value based on some other
Okay.
stat.
So that would be a good old 2 for me. Um,
Yeah, it's 1/5, so your instruction is 12, Megan.
Thank you.
So, and for the instruction one, if someone's attempting to teach you, I believe it's if either one of you succeed, you
Correct.
get it. And if you both succeed, you get a bonus.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah, so you might want to choose that to have someone help you instruct for they have to have the skill, their skill has to be higher than yours. So if they're instructing you in like stealth, their stealth has to be higher than your stealth.
The only things I'm good at that you might feasibly want to be instructed are animal handling, athletics, persuasion, riding horses. I don't see how I would train you on that.
Roll 1d6. Sorry, I have to take this like one literally.
Actually, yeah, if anyone has survival checked, Radagast will
survival.
roll instruction for anybody for survival.
I will gladly take that. I have survival checked on mine.
Cool.
So let
Wait,
me-
so
let
we
me
can
roll.
we're instructing each other on people's
Correct.
skills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Silas, Radagast succeeded for your survival.
I did not. So, or well, like I made the check, which means I don't improve. So
Yeah.
did he?
He succeeded, so that means that
So
it
I
does.
get to improve, but I don't
Yep.
get a bonus.
Right.
Yeah. Roll 1d6. So if I roll 1d6, then I get to add that number, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then I uncheck this box because I did that one.
So is there anything that anyone wants me to instruct on?
Yeah, I want you to instruct me on persuasion because you're so good at it.
Good call.
My
Sure, yeah,
people skills. So do I do that after I do my level up or do I do that before my level up?
This is the leveling up. Like this is the process of leveling up. Is the
Wait, but I
instruction
thought
here.
that's if the skill is, I thought that's what Eric's just sent in the chat. All
That's
the
what
So
check
happened.
skills.
Okay, so the process is
Sorry.
no, that's okay. It is not intuitive. Step number 1, decide if you want one of the other players to instruct you in a skill. If
Okay,
so, they roll their instruction skill.
okay,
So that's step number one. Step
Okay.
number two, if you're not getting instruction in the skill, or if actually regardless, if you have it checked off, you roll your skill. If you get over your current number, then it improves.
right.
When
Okay, so
it
that is step,
when it improves, then you roll this, what I put in chat, 2d8,
Right.
1d6, etc.
but step one, the instruction happens before step two, the checkbox roll.
Yes.
Okay, Silas, instruct me, please. I wish to be more
I-
persuasive.
Silas is very persuasive, but it comes naturally to him. So I fail. I miserably bombed
Nice.
I needed to roll a 2
I
to succeed
I
that
asked-
instruction check, and I rolled a 74.
Well, now you can roll to improve it
Yeah.
for future,
Good
not
point.
for this session, not for this iteration to
Yeah.
instruct, but yeah.
Miraculously,
Oh, wait, do I
almost
get to
managed to fail.
checkbox the instruction one too now? Or no, because I was trying to be
If
taught.
you instruct someone else in something,
Right.
But I was also supposed to roll the instruction one to
No,
see if
you
I
roll,
read information or no?
no, you just roll your persuasion.
Because you were saying that both people roll, right?
You just roll your
Yeah.
persuasion, Megan.
yeah, you roll your persuasion and I roll my instruction.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Does anyone else want
Can I
Radagast
have someone
to instruct in
doing,
survival?
wait, what are the skills that he's,
Radagast,
Sure.
Gonna try and
Radagast
instruct in
can
survival.
instruct you for survival if anyone wants that.
I'll take it. I'll take instruction.
Yeah, he succeeds. Go ahead and roll your survival, Megan.
So I roll my survival. I failed my survivor roll.
Okay, that's good. So then
then
you're
I-
gonna,
And then,
So you improve it
okay.
and you get a bit of a bonus because Radagast's instruction was successful.
oh,
correct.
I get a bonus.
If either
Okay.
one of you makes it, you get to
Alright,
improve.
I get
But
it
if
now.
you both make it, you get a
Alright,
bonus.
All right.
Yep.
Also, Megan
I'll
has a
take,
totally
sur-
robot voice for me right now. I'm not sure if that's the case for everyone.
I'll take instruction in
Oh.
survival.
Cool. Radagast does not succeed for Drifter.
Okay.
So Megan, whatever you rolled, add 1 to that for
Thank you.
survival.
Okay. And then I remove that checkbox.
Correct.
Right? That's my, like, I don't get to roll that again. Okay.
Right.
I get it now. Thank you.
Yeah, we also don't do this very often, so
Can I have someone help me in languages, or can Radagast teach any, or anybody else want to teach anything in particular?
I cannot.
I could teach dodge. I'm trying to think of skills you might have used. I don't know if we don't have a great deal of overlap.
Oh, it's only if I've used this skill?
yeah, that's why it's checked is
Yeah, that's the check marks. You can
Okay,
only roll on the
okay.
ones you've
Oh,
got.
we both probably speak Elven and Dwarven, and we both made checks about that, right?
yeah.
I did make checks about my native language and Dwarven language.
Well, let me teach you Dwarven.
I
Okay.
think Melrian's Dwarven is higher than yours though, so
That's probably true. Although I already rolled for mine. My Dwarven is 13% now. Much better.
nice. Much better.
Lovely.
I somehow improved my athletics.
Holy crap.
miraculously.
Wait,
It went,
uh,
it went from
Melrian, you should
85 to
teach me Elven.
87.
I should do what?
You should teach me Elven just so you can get the teaching check and roll for teaching.
That would be great. Okay. So which
So
one
you
do
roll
I
your-
roll the
You roll your
instruction?
instruction skill. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, can I use luck to?
No.
improve my-
You don't have to use luck for this. That's okay.
Okay, well, I rolled a 13 and I needed a 12.
Oh, yeah, you should
So-
spend the 1 point of luck. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 point of luck so that way I get a success. So now I get to roll an improvement on my instruction.
Correct.
Do I get any sort of bonus for that or no?
Nope.
Oh, but Radagast can teach you how to teach.
I
His teaching is higher.
I am
I think
Improved.
I'm just going to restrict it to one skill per character.
That's fair. I improved my instruction from 2. I rolled 2d8s and I rolled 3, a 2 and a 1. So it
Oh,
went
man.
from 2 to 5.
2d8. I get it now. So that's a 2 and a 5, so that's 7.
I don't guess, does my dog level up? Does he gain experience in this way?
No, I don't think we've come up with anything for pet advancement, but I am open to suggestions there.
So are you saying that now that I've instructed Mox in Elvish, like if someone wanted instruction in a different skill, I'm like instructed out?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I can instruct anyone in, if anyone else wants help with persuasion, I can coach anyone else. I can try to coach someone else in persuasion, but since I already did for you, but I can't instruct on another skill.
I'll take a persuasion.
Good luck in me getting it. I would have to crit succeed to make it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I rolled a
Does anyone
12, but that was 10 higher than I needed. So no, I did not succeed.
30. So no, that one doesn't do anything.
All right.
Anyone want anything from me?
Persuasion. What's your survival? Oh wait, I already had help with survival. Can you teach me folklore? That would be great. I would love to learn some more folklore.
Yes. So I just roll instruction, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
My folklore is
Which mine
8.
is also very low.
I think you helped me with folklore last time. I think that's how I got 8 in folklore last time.
Oh yeah, I failed horribly.
Gets
So that doesn't.
8. That's a d6. 2, 1.
Yeah,
whopping
Chris,
3.
if Ka used any skills, I would be open to rolling to level them.
Okay. Well then, on that note, can anybody train Ka in bite?
And
He has a 50% skill, so he's pretty good.
Fight, like what kind? I've brawl. I actually rolled brawling this
Does that
I
include
think
biting?
bite.
bite. I cannot. What is bite based off of?
It is its own skill. It is a skill.
If it's strength, I could totally chomp really hard.
I think this might be one of those rare combat skills where Ka would be better qualified.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm a lover, not a biter.
I will attempt to teach Ka about dodging. I'm unsuccessful.
Cool.
Also, so I'm failing some of my like middling skills, but somehow my 2 highest skills both improved, and
Wow.
I'm perplexed as to how that was the case. Like I rolled a 92 when I was trying to go for persuasion, so that exceeded my 75.
Oh my gosh.
Granted, I also rolled in the 90s on my 8 folklore, so that's a little more than was necessary. But do I also roll to? So I do have a question about one brawl, because I did make a brawl check rather than an axe attack check. Do I roll to improve brawl as its own thing?
Yeah. It's a specialized skill, right?
I think it was brawl specifically because that was the check that is supposed to be rolled for like a shove.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it was when I was trying to like sweep the spiders off the boat.
Oh,
I had to
yeah,
roll
yeah,
a
yeah.
brawl
Mhm.
check for that.
Yep. And before I forget, everyone, go ahead and add ride boat as a new skill
Interesting.
at 5.
where am I? Oh, where am I supposed to put that?
Just anywhere.
Okay.
And we don't, I mean, we just get the skill. We don't roll for
Right.
it.
You
'cause,
you get it at 5. That's what you're getting at this point. You can use it to level in the future.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you guys have been on a boat for a while. You learned
Have been
something.
on a boat. have been on a boat for a while. Well, that was a fail. Great. The process.
Man, I am rolling really low on like every improvement check.
Oh, man.
Like I'm improving a lot of things, but I'm improving small amounts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I am also improving by like 1s and 3s.
Oh, man.
Yeah, mine's are mostly 2s with
There's
one
some
3.
pretty good bumps in there.
I did get one decent one, but it was to one of my worst skills. So, oh, there we go. That last one was good.
Oh yeah, I think I got a 12 to athletics wasn't this one, and my athletics is now 26.
Hey.
Nice.
I improved
My
lots of
biggest bump
skills.
so far was folklore, which more than doubled.
What was that, Chris?
I improved lots of skills. None of the
Good.
useful ones, but like lots.
You never know what's going to be useful, you know? Great. Well, if you guys finish
All right.
updating everything and then send me your character sheets, that would be appreciated.